2024, it was the year that was what it was, which is to say, it was 2024 because that was the year. But that year is gone. We have turned the page. We are unburdened by what has been. And optimism in the crypto world is raging as the year is now, guess what? 2025. I guess you can say it's the year that it is. And we're going to take a look at what was by revisiting the top 24 crypto stories of 2024. And we're going to look at what is now as we're entering 2025 and then prognosticate on what very well could be, providing you incredibly valuable insights and a steaming pile of bad puns and dad jokes because that's what we do. Welcome to episode number 758 of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
Happy New Year, Sir Lord Travis Wright. Did you bring your steaming pile of puns and bad dad jokes?
Was I supposed to bring them? I think I maybe left them in last year.
Oh, some of them are the same ones.
Being serious and, no longer being so full of shit. Trying to minimize my shitfulness.
I don't want to set expectations too high.
It's good. Did I send that video to you on Instagram where there was that little kid? He was in the bathroom and he's like, come on, I need this one to be a large. Oh God, is this a large? Oh,
I actually sent that to you.
Did you send it to me?
Yes.
Oh God, it was hilarious.
That's so funny. The dad is filming, outside the bathroom and the kids, and they're going, come on, I need a large. Oh, that was a small, but I got it. Come on, large.
Yeah, I don't remember who sent it, but I knew it was a poop joke, and so I knew it was between us somehow.
Yeah.
It was funny, dude. I sent that to a bunch of friends, and now every time I'm on the toilet, I'm like, come on, give me a lot. Oh, it's a medium. It's a small.
More fiber, sir. More fiber. Welcome.
Did I tell that story on the show about what I did on Thanksgiving and consuming too much fiber?
Yeah, you went and went and went.
No, I consumed too much fiber, and I did not go at all.
Right. Oh, you gummed up the works.
Oh, yeah. It was like rush hour on Friday at like about 4:45. And then I had the biggest meal of the year, double dosage of it. And dude, I was in misery after Thanksgiving. So that's the last time I've actually taken any fiber. All the rest of it's been, I was like, give me a small. I'll take a small.
Welcome to the first show of the year of the Bad Crypto Podcast. We welcome back our old listeners, both of you. And if you're a new listener, well, this is welcome. You have been inaugurated, initiated into the show. We do talk about more than poop here. We do talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, altcoins.
That's just our entree into shit coins, folks. That's how we do it.
Coins, all of the coins. We're glad that you're here. I'm Joel Comm. That's Travis Wright. And we're going to take a look at the top 24 stories of 2024 today, kind of taking a look in the rear view mirror of where we've been and help that set the stage for where we're going. But I thought I would start, Sir Lord Travis, by pulling up CoinGecko.com and refreshing it so we have a refreshing view of the crypto market caps right now. Timestamp on the 2nd of January when we are pre-recording this episode at 6:25 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time because I am in Puerto Rico where the whole island was without power on New Year's Eve. And fortunately, we were out for about 12 hours and made it so that the party was, lights on. But here we go. Total crypto market cap.
So the party was lights on. The New Year you had lights on.
Oh, we had lights. Yeah, for sure. Not everybody on the island. In fact, I think that there's still some people that don't have power. But yeah, That power grid.
Bummer.
Oh boy. $3.544 trillion in the market cap. Bitcoin currently at 96,652. Ethereum 3428. XRP, nice move in the last 7 days, back to 239. BNB $702. Solana 205. Dogecoin 33.5 cents. Cardano 96 cents. And Tron there 26 cents. A up day on our first official trading day back on the market. Wow, look at this. AI 16Z went up 175% this week. That's a big gainer.
Yeah, I got into that thing. I saw that thing originally when it popped off on DAOs.fun. And then it was doing some things, and then some of the other ones were tanking. And so I got out of it when it was around 69 million market cap. Whoops. And
Yeah, that
so
that happens.
I lost about a 30x from there, actually, it looks like to me.
You should have had some of this movement token when you were backed up over Thanksgiving, Travis. It would have
Yeah,
helped.
I needed some of that. But here's the deal. This is something interesting for folks is that we've seen pump.fun, which is mostly shit coins and people rugging pretty quickly.
Mhm.
But DAOs.fun is basically you donate money into a DAO. That DAO lasts for a year, and then whatever gets put into that, they donate into or they invest in other cryptos. And so AI 16Z is going off because it's invested in some other projects. And there's another one that had been reached out to me recently. It was like Space X, but Space AIX, which converted it, turned into locks. So that's another one that's going off now. It's really still small market cap, but these DAOs are interesting because people are able to donate into them, and you cannot trade normally like you would on Radium because the liquidity pools are not on Radium; they're
Mm.
actually on DAOs.fun. So it seems like it's a little more vetted, Joel. I think we need to get to a place where meme coins are a little more vetted and not just the wild wild west because people are rugging like it's
It's the worst of Vegas casinos, is
oh
what it
yeah, it's
is.
over the
And right
top.
now in the crypto fear and greed index, people are kind of right on the line right now. I don't actually see this when I see people posting on Twitter and in the groups I'm in. Last week we were at 74 greed. This week we're at 49 fear. I don't think that that's an accurate indicator based on what I'm seeing. I see a
Yeah.
lot of optimism out there. What about you?
Well, I mean, let's look at this though from I wish we could see a fear and index greed more historical because every time it's gotten into this yellow, like you look at this yellow of
There you
where it
go.
is right
There's your
now.
historical right there.
Yeah, but that's only like a year.
And it's
That's only like
Bitcoin.
last year. It's not longer than that. Because I don't know if there's another way to show it longer than that. But I mean, look at pretty much every time that it's gone yellow, it doesn't bounce out of yellow quickly. It did it. It looks like maybe in
Well,
May it bounced out pretty quick.
there, there, there,
Yeah, but
there.
I'd like to see it on the bull runs. These aren't really the bull runs, so it should
Right.
be interesting to see. I mean, I would think it's going to get more greedy. Look at the price of this thing; it's over $100,000. So let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, so let's 24 stories is a lot of stories, so we're not going to spend too much time on them, but we're going to kind of take a look back, ask Chat GPT to help provide what, AI thought was the top stories and
Well,
order
not just
them.
Chat GPT, but we used Perplexity, used some Masari, used some
Mhm.
other tools, pull all a bunch of things in to give you guys just a general idea. Because it's kind of fun. Like let's look back at 2024 and then let's look forward to 2025. And Joel, 2025 is a really interesting year. It's a really interesting number because for one, it's 45 times 45. It's the square root of 45.
Mhm.
It's also very peculiar. It is if you take one cubed plus two cubed plus three plus four plus five plus six plus seven plus eight plus nine plus nine cubed, all the single digits cubed added up, the sum of that is 2025. And you know how the global elites love these symbolisms and whatnot, and they always sort of do weird shit. But this is a really wild, like, wow, God put together some serious math on 2025. There's all kinds of things. Those are just two of like 10, 15 different things that's peculiar around 2025. And it's actually the first time we've had a square root year since 1936. I believe, which was the year I think that Hitler started doing it. That's when the Olympics were going on full on in Germany. Hitler started doing some things. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know there's a lot of math evolved around 2025. So it's pretty
Well,
weird.
this is the year of we're back, baby. This is the year of we're back. A lot of people are super optimistic. So, what happened in 2024? Let's go through these pretty expediently, not to be too loquacious, but the big story of the year was that Bitcoin broke $100,000. And of course, there were people that said, like Peter Schiff, that Bitcoin will never hit $100,000. It did it in December. It went up to $108,000. And the reason it did is really attached to the next two items here on the list.
Yeah. Very, very true. And it hit 107, $108,000, and they had an extreme greed of 77 only. You'd think like, oh, we hit because there were still people very optimistic, like, here we go. Now it's going to really roll. Like, I think people thought it was going to pop. Once it popped 100, I thought people thought the next layer was probably 120, right? And
But you
it's
have to
like,
realize it went in 3 months. It went from 59,000 to
yeah,
$108,000.
but people are greedy. They're extremely greedy. So that's what
Yeah.
we expect. Like I'm very nonplussed. Oh, it went from, yeah, but dude, it went. If you look at it, like what was it even in August and
What if
stuff?
I
Like
don't
in
look at
August, it
it?
was in September, it was like $50,000, dude.
Yeah.
So from September to November, really, it hit from 50 something to 100 something. Like that's crazy, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's what I just said.
So I'm going to say it too, loquaciously. Also, really big was the Bitcoin spot ETH. The U.S. regulators approve that, and then that gives investors direct exposure into Bitcoin. And then you've seen some of these big companies like BlackRock. Am I wrong? Did I see BlackRock has almost 1 million Bitcoin now? Am I
You
wrong
are
with that?
not wrong. You are correct. They have
That is,
they have more than Satoshi Nakamoto now.
yeah, dude. Remember they just had like 500,000,
Yeah.
and then or no, yeah, 500,000. And then what was crazy was like it was like, oh, MicroStrategy and BlackRock, MicroStrategy and BlackRock, and then all of a sudden they just like every time Michael Saylor buys a little bit of Bitcoin, it's huge news. But I don't see big news happening every time BlackRock buys. Like
Well,
I didn't hear them doing that thing.
and here's what really I take away from that is if BlackRock is buying that much Bitcoin, what do they know? Right? They are preparing for what is going to be a crazy, crazy run, in my personal opinion.
I think they're just hedging their bets because if you have, they have over $10 trillion in assets over there, right?
Mhm.
And so, I mean, how much is 1 million Bitcoin? It's compared to their whole freaking assets, it's nothing to them still.
Yeah, but they don't play. Like they take calculated risks. They have actuaries that are paid top dollar to make sure that every move they make is super calculated and going to be profitable for them. I don't think
I don't discount it at all, but I would
they're not
also say
us. They're not
them
like us
having
that goes, we go, oh yeah, look at that shit coin. Sure, I'll ape in for $500 or $1,000. They're
they
not
don't
like
they
that.
pin this stuff. Okay. Well, I look at this and I said, wow, if BlackRock wants to tank future markets in the future, they're going to be able to. That's one of the
Yeah.
reasons why they were buying up all of these family homes at 2, 3x the actual value of the price. So like them owning so much Bitcoin to me is almost like to steal away future hope somehow. They're going to
Uh,
do something
Could
dastardly.
be. Could be. All right, moving quicker because this is only number three now. President Trump, President-elect Trump, inaugurated in 18 days from now. He committed at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville to make the U.S. a crypto capital. He promised reduced regulation which fueled market optimism and investment in the crypto sector. And I think that's, I expect Bitcoin to roar leading up to the inauguration and then beyond because of this. I mean, people can see the future. Yes, traders are going to trade up and down, but this is a very bullish move. What's number four, sir?
Well, I'm looking at this and I see the total market cap of Bitcoin and how Bitcoin this past week it had dumped a bit, right? And then it's like now it's back up to like 97,000. I think we're gonna see it's gonna be the last time we see 100,000. Once it passes it again, it'll probably be the last time we see it under 100,000 in a long time. Like
Until the bear market. Yeah.
bear market will probably drop it back down to
Mhm.
90, 80, 90 or something. But I could see that once it pops through that, fair to what you were just talking about, that's probably going to be the case. Now, Ethereum has also been growing pretty consistently. They have not taken back their all-time high, but they are maintaining its position as one of the top cryptos. There's some other ones up there that's popping up, obviously, like Solana, and it has a lot of users. Solana has a bunch of users, and they're all because of these shit coins that have been launched on pump.fun.
Mhm.
But Ethereum is still doing stuff in DeFi. They're pretty important, but I don't think they have their edge like they had before, but they are still one of the top cryptos.
They're big. And number five, XRP scored a big legal victory, and the price went up commensurate with that. In fact, I think as of right now, it's around $2.40. If you were scooping it up at the bottom, of this bear market, it was something like 30 cents or so. Then you are in the money right now.
And if you did not, then you are not.
And it's not too late. A lot of people see it going to as high as $10 on this run. We shall see.
Yep. And there's a lot of new cryptos popping off, right? I mean, we see more cryptos popping off every day than ever before, even some legit ones. But I mean, if you're looking at all the new cryptos that have popped off, I mean, dude, every day on pump.fun, so many new coins are coming. So take a look at them. ChatGPT said Hyperliquid's hype coin is one of the new coins. Who cares? That's just a hype deal right there. But yeah, a
No,
lot of,
that's a real thing.
well, I know it's a real project. It's got a
it's an
pretty big,
exchange.
yeah, and there's been some leveraged hacks against that thing too, and some
You're just
crazy
fudding. You're just fudding. Number
full of FUDs
seven.
today. I'm Elmer Fudd.
Number seven. By the way, say the numbers so people can follow along. Number seven. In July 2024, the Indian crypto exchange Wazir X was hacked, resulting in a loss of approximately $234.9 million, one of the largest crypto heists of the year. Speaking of crypto heists, Travis, have you seen that new documentary that is on Netflix, The Biggest Heist Ever? Go look it up. Everybody, just go watch this. It's the craziest thing ever about these guys that stole ridiculous amounts of crypto. I don't even remember us covering it when it happened. I was looking through our notes on this thing and I could not find
Wow.
it. While you're
So the
moving on,
Wazir hack number seven. So $235 million up the Wazir. Let's go. Sorry. Number eight, Do Kwon extradited and all of his legal things. We like to say that Luna was not a project that we advised, just as an FYI. So they had some big problems, and oh my goodness, have you ever seen a crypto crash so quickly? It was like the opposite of fireworks.
we do like to remind people that we had nothing to do with them. So
Had nothing to
here's the
do with
reference
Kwon.
for it. Netflix. The show is called The Biggest Heist Ever. It was recently added, and it's a true crime thing. Ilya Lichtenstein and Heather Morgan. It's the craziest thing. I don't know how we missed this story, Trav, but it is so bizarre. It's about an hour and a half, and I recommend everybody go watch it. The Biggest Heist
Mm.
Ever on Netflix.
Yeah, and
So
there's also one on Prime Video about heisting called Chiefsaholic, a wolf in Chiefs clothing about the dude was robbing banks so he could go to Chiefs games and shit. And I watched that last night with my
we
daughter.
we watched it too because I live with a raving Chiefs fan as well, so we
That guy's
had
such a
to
douche. Like, what an asshole. He made us
yeah.
look bad.
No crypto involved in that one, just an entertaining story. Number nine. Number nine. Tether's financial growth and investments. Tether reported significant profits and diversified its investments, including a $200 million stake in brain chip maker BlackRock Neurotech. Are they affiliated with BlackRock, the financial company?
I would assume it sounds like it. And so it's BlackRock's neurotech company, which again, eat a bag of dicks, BlackRock, not a big fan. Anyway, number 10, quantum computing concerns. Advancements in quantum computing has been crazy. Google actually launched a new quantum chip. Did you see this thing? This said this thing could do computations in 5 seconds that would take historic superpower computers to do like quintillions of years or something stupid. It was just the most unbelievable thing. And so they're definitely concerned about cryptographic securities popping off in cryptos in the future. But they say it's not quite able to do that yet. But dude, wow! And the quantum computer is actually utilizing parallel universes or some shit, dude. It's a mind bending thing to even think about how these quantum computers are working simultaneously across parallel universes or something, dude. Like what? I don't even know.
So, and I looked this up. BlackRock Neurotech is not affiliated with BlackRock. They just
Okay, so that's why we call ourselves the BlackRock Crypto Show, but we're not affiliated with BlackRock.
Number 11. Number 11. I got to remember to do the voice.
Yes.
Speaking of BlackRock, major financial institutions, I'm wording, including BlackRock, remended portfolio. Damn,
They
use
remended?
I
What's that
can't
word?
use
They
words.
reminded people about
I'm
buying
going to
something?
say this again just to make sure I'm speaking English. Major financial institutions, including BlackRock, recommended portfolio allocations to Bitcoin, signaling growing mainstream acceptance. And it's at that point that we said we have officially turned the corner into mainstream adoption, the very beginning of the mainstream adoption curve, which goes really high. And we're still, at the beginning of it right now. And it's going to be really interesting as this unfolds this year.
Number 12. There's some developments that's happening, regulatory developments in Australia. They've introduced new crypto regs aimed at providing clarity. So they are tired of driving away crypto businesses, and they said, "Hey, we need to stop the flow of brain talent leaving because digital asset companies were leaving the country." And so
Put
that was a
another
bummer.
Bitcoin on the Bobby, mate.
Yeah.
Number 13, Bitcoin mining challenges. Crypto miners faced increased operational costs due to rising energy prices and hardware expenses, impacting profitability despite the overall market rally. I'll tell you, those that invested in it and are part of this bull run now, they are going to be glad that they were able to stick with it.
They were smart for sure. Yeah. Now, number 14, the meme coin super cycle. So, if those of you have seen Token 2049, Murad's presentation, it's about 21 minutes long. It's highly valid to go check it out to see why meme coins are so powerful and the cult like communities that get created behind them. Go check that out. And there's some thoughts around why certain meme coins take off and why other ones don't. And he thinks that there will be $100 billion meme coin in the future. Dogecoin will probably be the very first one, but there'll be some other ones that pop up. And so the whole meme coin world has taken off this year, and people are going crazy on this, Joel.
Let's revisit that when we get to 2025 because I want to talk about that some more.
Yeah.
Number 15, advancements in DeFi and AI integration. The integration of artificial intelligence into DeFi platforms led to innovative financial products and services, attracting increased user engagement. And I think AI is also going to be one of the big sectors that's going to boom in crypto. In fact, have you looked at desync at all?
Yeah, looking at some of these different things, and there's a lot of things that's kind of in parallel with that. There's, all the Bitcoin hash power that help to mine crypto. There's all this AI compute that's being used for helping out AI. They kind of can work together in some ways, which is interesting. And there's going to be some big advancements in that stuff moving forward. AI
Huge.
agents is another thing I think is going to be so huge, and we'll talk a little bit about that here in a little bit. Now, the crypto industry, number 16, the crypto industry had some concerns about environmental concerns and things, and especially around impacts on mining. There is an amazing documentary out called Dirty Coin, which we interviewed Halana for that back in
DirtyCoinTheMovie.com.
Dirty Coin the movie. And then so it talks about that. So there's a lot of innovative energy efficiencies that are happening. I actually was talking to a guy the other day, Joel, who back in 2017 started working with some casinos. And because they noticed that, wait a second, all of those slot machines have a GPU in them and a computer. So they were working with them and split the profits for Ethereum mining. So whenever the slot machines didn't have money going in them, they were swapping back and forth. So when they weren't being used as a slot machine, they were being used as a crypto miner.
That's
How
brilliant.
genius is that shit?
I think that's amazing. Maybe they should turn there's all these OnlyFans models out there doing, what they're doing. And I know they have downtime. Maybe they should mine while they're not, busy working and they could be slut machines.
They could. Well, they kind of are already.
There.
really nice.
Okay, I thought that was funnier than it actually was. Number 17. Global regulatory scrutiny. Governments worldwide continue to elevate and implement regulatory frameworks for cryptocurrencies, aiming to balance innovation with consumer protection. We see this especially, in places like China and Russia. Like, no, we will not have the Bitcoin, that we will not allow the mining. Okay, maybe we allow the mining. In China, doing the same thing.
Yep.
Everybody's kind of looking, with this stink eye going, maybe we should be paying attention to this. And with Trump talking about making a U.S. Bitcoin reserve of 1 million Bitcoin over the next 5 years, boy, how does the rest of the world not attempt to participate? We're the biggest economy by what, a factor of 3 more than China, at least double. And everybody else, the numbers just go down, down, down. We are still the powerhouse, and what we do matters. Well, not what you and I do, but
Well, I mean, think about that. Now BlackRock has their own strategic Bitcoin reserve of 1 million. Then America wants it 1 million. There's 2 million. And then we know MicroStrategy's got 500,000. And then all these other countries are going to start doing that. So, and then also just, oh, by the way, as you mentioned, the on and off love affair that China and Russia's had with Bitcoin, and it's legal, it's not legal, it's not. Putin came out and said, the way we use to avoid these sanctions is because we use Bitcoin. So they've been using Bitcoin to avoid all the sanctions, which is smart. Now, something that's popping up, number 18, the rise of CBDC, central bank digital currencies. A lot of countries, several of them, in fact, are advancing and exploring into the central bank digital currencies, which is a problem. I don't think we want that because central bank digital currencies can be programmed and said, wait a second, Joel, you have spent too much money on marijuana this week and too much money on Hennessy and too much money on hookers. So we are blocking the rest of your money. You cannot use the rest of your money, Joel. And we noticed you tried to use your crypto 17 miles away from your home. That's a big no-no.
well, you're not going to have to worry about me using too much of my money on weed, though. In college, you would have, but you're not going to have that problem now. CBDCs give me the heebie-jeebies. Don't like them. Number 19, increase focus on security and fraud prevention, especially after you go watch this greatest heist. The industry emphasized enhancing security measures and combating fraud with collaborations between crypto firms and regulatory bodies to protect investors. In fact, there was a story that happened just 2 weeks ago from another resident of Puerto Rico where he was hacked for, I think it was $1.2 million in crypto. They got into all of his stuff and somehow not only got into his Solana wallet, unstaked over 5,000 Solana and then remove them from his wallet, but they also got his ledger keys, and the guy swears that he did not click on any phishing links. The FBI has been doing forensics on his computer. They've managed to identify the wallets, and major centralized exchanges are freezing and banning the ability for those Bitcoin to go. So there's a chance that he might actually recover some of it.
Wow. Well, good luck, and hopefully that works out for
Right.
him. Number 20, the growth in crypto derivatives has been huge. And not only that, but the ability for people to hedge their bets and to do speculation and to do these perp trades on 100x margins and stuff like popping up. Even some meme coins are doing this 100x or 10x. A lot of times they won't do 100x on meme coins, but they will give you a little bit of a perp on that. So there's a lot of stuff that's popping off around speculation around crypto. So be careful. Don't never bet more than you can lose. I kind of stay away from that perp betting, but I probably should do it whenever I'm pretty smart on one, but I don't ever seem to be picking the right ones.
Of course, we have, friends and associates and family asking us, and I'm sure asking you as well, what about Bitcoin? And I never give financial advice. And even if it's a close friend or family member, I tell them, I'm not going to tell you what to buy. Here, this is what I do. But the only advice I do give them is when you're playing with crypto, take whatever amount of money that you can put on the table and set on fire and not have it, dramatically affect your future. And that's how much that you'll want to invest into crypto. And I'm not saying Bitcoin isn't, a safe investment, but it's still incredibly speculative in spite of all this good news. We're just 16 years in, 15 years, 15 years in, it's still very speculative, and you could lose everything. So be real careful. Which leads us
I
to
don't want to
number
lose everything.
Leads me to number 21, educational initiatives and public awareness. Efforts to educate the public about cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology have increased, aiming to demystify the space and promote informed participation, which, by the way, Bad Crypto Podcast doing that since summer of 2017.
Yep.
That's the goal here, is to inform, to educate, to entertain, to make complex subject matter easy to understand. And what better way to do that than have a couple idiots teaching you?
That's true. And matter of fact, I am working on a book around this now, kind of taking in all of these principles and all this subject matter around all of this from sort of A to Z, kind of given there's a lot of new investors that are coming over, the baby boomers and Gen X that's coming over. So these aren't for the degens and these aren't for people who really understand crypto, but just when you dive in, Joel, and you look back and you go, wow, here was how money used to work, and here's how it evolved, and here's all these other elements in society that grew over time. And you start making the parallels, like we made these parallels back in 2017. We saw, oh, this is obviously where it's going. A lot of people aren't there yet, so we're trying to get them up to speed. And then I'm launching that with coinresearch.ai, which will be live in the next month. So it's like, I want to help people stay safe because, dude, it's such a jungle out there. If you don't do things right, you will lose your ass. You will get wrecked.
You can consider us your crypto condoms.
So you don't get wrecked in the
We're going to
rectum?
protect you. Well,
Protecting your rectums.
Travis, what's number 22?
Number 22 is the technological innovations in blockchain scalability. A lot of development in improving transaction speeds, making things more scalable. There's a lot of challenges that's happening in the industry, but we're seeing more and more of this is happening. And then also, I want to mention this because this is not on the list. One of the biggest things I think is the Visa digital asset platform that they built. It is, I think it's called VATM, Visa's Asset and Token Platform or something. Basically, they're allowing banks to create their own stable coins. So if you're like Wells Fargo, you'll be able to have the Wells Fargo dollar. You'll be able to have the JP Morgan dollar or whatever. Not like the original silver coins, but I think that's really interesting. It reminds me of back in the day when all the different banks had their own dollars as well. Like I have some right here, which I love. I think these are always awesome, that having these old school dollars, and like the different banks had different dollars, man. And so they're going to be able to hold different currencies and still fit within their fractional reserve banking model, Joel.
I heard some stuff about this too. Let's revisit that in a moment because I have some thoughts there. Number 23, the NFT market evolution. The NFT market continued to evolve with new use cases emerging beyond digital art, including real estate and intellectual property applications. And NFTs are definitely making a comeback. Most of the collections we own are going to remain worthless until somebody in the community comes along and brings value to them. But Pudgy Penguins officially flipped Bored Ape Yacht Club and have outdone Yuga. They did their Pengu token drop. You know, if you had a Pudgy Penguin, you got something like $80,000 worth of Pengu token for having that thing. Absolutely crazy. And it's now, I think I saw, is number 67 in the top 100. It's got a $2.5 billion market cap. And I think it's one of those meme coins. I'm personally holding what I got dropped, and I'm not selling it because I think that I've seen what they've accomplished so far.
Right.
And I think that why would they relent now? They've already become the face of NFTs. So, and I still look at what
impressive, bro. Pretty impressive what they've done with that. You know what I mean? Like taking that little funny, little cute penguin, and
that was an abandoned project, by the way.
Oh, that was an abandoned project.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. They got robbed. And these guys stepped in and they rescued it. And
wow, now that's a good story right there. That needs to be a 30 for 30, like a documentary. Except all the bad shit. Notice they always talk about the bad shit that happens. Like, oh, hey, here's another documentary about some bad shit that happened. What about the good shit that happened? I want a documentary about the good shit, about communities and cultural impact. The number 24 and the crypto community's impact on culture has grown. I mean, have you seen the new Squid Game series?
I watched the first episode so far, but I heard that it broke records for the most streamed show on Netflix. Like 68 million people tuned into the premiere.
So one of the characters on there, if you've seen Squid Games, like one of the contestants was a KOL, key opinion leader in the crypto space who was recommending some crypto projects, and this coin got rugged, and so he was in there,
No
and then he was
spoilers.
talking. I'm not. He was in there with a couple of other people who were in there who had taken his advice to get in on that crypto. So they owed lots of money because they have invested in that. But it was just kind of funny to be like, as you just mentioned, the very most streamed crypto or the very most streamed show in Netflix here's history. One of the key storylines is about this crypto project, but it's
Mm.
bad news about the crypto project. So
And
it's
it's going to
kind of crazy. A lot of
permeate.
stuff impacting the world dude. Even back in the day, Russell Okung, an NFL player, took part of his salary in Bitcoin. Now that Bitcoin's worth, multiple. I think he put like 6 million in Bitcoin. Now it's worth over 50 million in Bitcoin or something.
Wow.
So it's pretty awesome.
He's King Okung. Wow.
Okung is kicking it. Yeah, good
So
job,
so
buddy.
here we are, Trav, 2025,
Yep.
and a lot of optimism in the crypto world. We've got Trump coming into office in just over 2 weeks, a very pro crypto administration before us. The rest of the world's going to be paying attention. We are seated at the beginning still of the bull run in the 4-year cycle, and I have to agree with what you told me to watch that video about the meme coins. I thought that was really prescient what he was saying in that, and I tend to agree that this cycle, yes, we're going to see multiples, I believe, on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on all the altcoins, and I think many of the gaming tokens will, come back again, but the biggest multiples may just be these meme coins.
Well, I mean, it's like they're culture coins, right? And you think about it, most every once people agree that this is a something that I hold value in and people are trading it, just like, these baseball cards are made of little cardboard and they got a photo on them. But, you get one that somebody says that they think it's worth a lot of money, then it's worth a lot of money. I have one that's like a 1941 Ted Williams play ball card that's like it's a mint nine. Super good card. One of the nicest Ted Williams cards ever for that year, and that was the year he batted 406. So a lot of people really love that card, but it's just a piece of cardboard. You know what I mean? It's just a little piece of cardboard.
Right.
But somebody said that's worth, 80, $90,000. Like, okay, great, that's cool. Like maybe I'll sell it someday.
Right.
Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll hold it forever because I love cardboard.
People will put value on whatever they think has value. And
Yep.
so, I have some predictions for the year. I think that Bitcoin doubles for sure.
For real?
Yeah, I think
Doubles up to
so. I,
200?
I think that the FOMO I think that BlackRock is a clear signal that they are expecting big things. I think that there is nothing but the wind at the sails. And, you even said BlackRock's got 1 million, Michael Saylor's got 500,000, Satoshi's got 1 million. There's a list of all of these enterprise or the countries of the world that are holding, millions between them and enterprise that's holding. And like, how much is there out there? There's 19.5 million mined. There's 4 million lost. Start subtracting, and this concept of supply shock, I think, becomes a real thing. And what happens if there's no supply? Price goes ba ba boom. And we've talked about this, Trev. We've seen already the $10,000 up day, and we've seen in previous markets 5 up, 5 down. It's not going to be unusual to see when FOMO hits retail, this thing to go 10, 20, maybe even $30,000 in a day.
In a day?
In a day.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting. I tell you what, we're going to see big pops down the road. I mean, I was thinking about this. I always like to, at the beginning of, I used to do it every 10 years. So, like on the years that end in zero, I normally like to do it. I didn't do it in 2020 because I had a feeling like the next 5 years is going to be weird. I didn't know how to predict it. I don't know how to predict 2025 to 2030 because I think 2030 is going to be so different than where we are now because now there's opportunities to make this extremely prosperous for everyone if you get involved. I think we're going to see robotics happening a lot. I think a lot of these fast food places are going to have robots that's making the food for us. None of that food's going to be good for us. It's still going to be the same crappy food, but except
Now we're going to
robots.
make America healthy again, man.
All right. And then, well, let me say my thoughts here. And then, be big as these AI agents are going to be so huge. Every single crypto project out there is going to have its own sort of AI agent. And there will be like these little virtual Star Wars cantinas where the little AI agents can go in and they're going to communicate with one another, and then they're going to have their own like brainstorming sessions and come up with their own projects, and then the other AI agents are going to start aping into those projects and sniping the projects, and then people are going to get excited about them, and then they're going to buy, and then these AI agents are going to make a whole lot of money. We're looking at a potential, I would say, Joel, before 2030, AI agents are going to be a $10 trillion industry on its own. AI agents are such a shift in how things are done. There will be job boards. There will be jobs. There will be job companies like Indeed and LinkedIn that have human resources next to computer resources, and help computational resources to help you do tasks like Zapier, sort of
Mm-hmm.
on crack, right?
Look
So
at this. Speaking of number 31 on CoinGecko, the category is artificial intelligence. And if you
well,
look at
artificial intelligence is one area. AI agents is a subdomain of that.
it is, but
Really
there's
big.
not a crypto category for it. So just looking at AI, because that's what people are going to be looking to. They're going to, okay,
Yeah.
which coins are in
Yeah.
the
Well, right there,
space?
stop. Look at that. See virtual protocol right there at the very top of the screen, right top center.
Yeah, right there, virtuals.
Virtuals. Click on that. This right here is pretty crazy what these guys are doing. These guys are launching a bunch of meme coins as well, but it's an AI agent that's doing it. Virtuals.io or
You could have gotten in
virtuals.ai.
for a nickel just a little over a month ago, and it's at
Yeah.
450 now.
It's good. It's always great to see them after the effect. I got really good 2020 hindsight vision. Perfect.
I'll
I'm a
tell you,
past
I'm still holding on to my ICP. I think Internet Computer. I saw a chart that showed the number of developers that are moving to different platforms that are developing on that platform, and they are now, according to the data I saw, they've got the biggest growth. Number one in terms of developers that are moving to a chain to build on it.
nice.
So if that's true,
There
then
you go.
this could be, especially when you look at the chart. Remember what happened at the beginning with them when we go to max and they came out and it popped up. Some say 700, and someplace CoinGecko tracks it to
The
$461.
FTX and the Cantillionaires of Solana were the ones that were manipulating that right out from
Yep.
the get go.
Yep. And brought it way down, brought it all the way down to $3 and change. And now it's sitting at 1020. And so, again, not financial advice, but I'm looking at it as a sleeping giant.
Sleeping Giant should be good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on, folks. We'd like to hear from you. So leave a comment on this YouTube video, or leave a comment on Apple Podcast, wherever you're tuning in. Send us an email, badcryptopodcast@gmail.com. Connect with us. We'd love to hear what you have to say. But we really like the engagement on that. So you can engage on the YouTube video, engage on the tweets. That's helpful to the algorithm so more people see it.
Don't
And
fall for the stupid scam on YouTube now. You'll see comments. Hey, really appreciate the great information, but I'm having a problem with my wallet. The keys are blah blah blah.
yeah. Ignore
That's a
the
scam. Don't
scam.
fall for that. And those of you that answered the request for a 5-star review, your NFTs have been dropped into your
Yeah.
wallet. If you'll look in the Ethereum address you got, it's on Polygon. So if you look on OpenSea, sometimes they hide them, but it's there. It's the Trump Vengers NFT. It's got the Trump Pump Bitcoin. What is it? Trump Pump Bitcoin Jump. Trump
No, is
Jump
it
Bitcoin
Trump,
Pump.
pump, jump, big price goes up,
Price goes
dollar
up.
pump,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's all good. So we really appreciate it, man. We're having fun. We keep doing this. We're in July will be our 8th final year of doing it, and then we're gonna start doing the 9th year. And
Oh, you said final year. What? I was like, what? Is there something I don't know?
the final of the 8th year, the
Oh,
end,
okay.
end of the
I was
8th
like,
year.
are you leaving me?
Dude, well, you never know. You never know, dude.
Find a
This
sexier podcast
whole
host? Good luck. Good luck.
try
Yeah.
to stay as long as we can, dude. It'd be crazy, dude. We're gonna be going in the 9th year this year.
Right.
That's pretty nuts, actually.
Wow. Well, I appreciate you, and
You know
we
what else is
appreciate
nuts? D's.
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 Those nuts? Those or D's?
D's.
Excellent. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you. Catch you on the next episode.
Wait. We started the show with shit jokes, ended the show on nuts jokes. Boom.
From Shit to Nuts, the biography of the Bad Crypto Podcast. Stay bad.
Who's bad?
The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.